1921. Frederick Banting and Charles Best discover insulin. The lives of millions are saved. So, after her doctor's appointment, Martha Roccamadio finds
In
out
1921, Albert Camus died in a car crash.
Martha finds out that...
In 1921, Albert Camus died in a car crash.
No, he didn't, Paul. Camus died in 1960.
No. Albert Camus died in a car crash in 1921. He was a passenger in a Facel Vega. Never heard of it, have you? It was a small series, not very road tested. Camus and some friends were returning. They were returning to Paris from Luberon, where Camus had bought a beautiful white house with his Nobel money. The road was straight and dry and flat. Along the road were trees. Suddenly, an axle that broke, a wheel that blocked for no reason the car. The car slid and hit a tree. Camus was killed instantly.
In 1921, Banting
In 1921, Camus was killed instantly by a tree.
By a hormone.
In 1921, the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima and it killed.
What?
In 1921, the atomic bomb was dropped and it killed. It dropped and it killed Camus.
It's okay. Just take it easy, Paul. Just take it easy, man. Listen, I've got something better. In 1921, they didn't discover insulin. In 1921, Sacco and Vanzetti are sentenced to death. Sacco and Vanzetti. Well, Sacco and Vanzetti. Loretta Roccamadio drowns herself. 1921. Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti, both poor Italian immigrants, are charged of 2 murders and found guilty and sentenced to death. Despite irregularities in their trial, accusations that the judge and jury were prejudiced in spite of worldwide protests and appeals for clemency, Sacco and Vanzetti will be executed in 1927. Benito Mussolini becomes the Italian Prime Minister and the first of Europe's 20th century fascist dictators.
I called you earlier.
I was a clinical psychologist. You put me on antidepressants.
That's good, right? Maybe you'll finally be able to get more sleep, better sleep.
I can feel them in my blood. I can feel each virus as it moves up my arm, crosses my chest, goes into my heart, and then shoots out to one of my legs. I can't do anything. I just lie here, waiting, knowing it's going to get worse.
Germany is incapable of making its payments on the war reparations imposed by the Allies in the Treaty of Versailles. Ground is fertile for extremists.
1924. Vladimir Lenin dies of a stroke at the age of 54.
1925. Adolf Hitler publishes The Settlement of Accounts, the first volume in his political manifesto, Mein Kampf, or My Struggle. The book is pompous in style, repetitive, meandering, illogical, and filled with grammatical mistakes. The rantings of a half-educated nut.
1926. Rudolph Valentino, with the intercession of a ruptured ulcer, suddenly enters immortality at the age of 31 in New York City.